Hello everyone, my name is Ainatul Aifa Karani binti Ahmed Lokman. My number metric is S71284. Today I will be presenting my mini project for the course BDY 4033 titled Animal Behavior. This study focused on the behavioral patterns of two individual donkeys, Equus asinus, observed through direct behavioral sampling methods, which is the main aim of this study was to understand how male and female donkey differ in their daily activities and social behavior when kept in captivity. So the objective of this study was to study and document the specific behavior between two individual donkeys using direct observation and sampling technique. By observing both a male and female donkey, we aim to compare how frequently different behaviors occur and how much time is spent on each behavior. This allows us to identify behavioral difference related to sex and daily activity patterns. From previous scientific studies, donkeys are known to have flexible social behavior. In the wild, they tend to form unstable groups, and the strongest bond is usually between mother and foal. However, in domestic or captive environments, donkeys often form long-term pair bonds. They communicate using olfactory, acoustic, and visual signals such as braying, sniffling, phlegm response, and body posture. Mother protect their foals, and females show sexual signaling behaviors. Donkeys also interact with humans, and their welfare can be interpreted through ear position, facial expression, and proximity, which are subtle but important communication cues. Three main methods were used in this study, which is scan sampling, focal sampling, and etogram recording. Video recordings were also used to ensure that behaviors could be reviewed accurately. Scan sampling involves observing the animals at regular time intervals and recording what each animal is doing at the moment. Meanwhile, focal sampling involves observing one animal for a set period and recording all its behavior. Meanwhile, an etogram is a list of predefined behaviors that were recorded consistently. So next, I will be showing scan sampling and an etogram were conducted for both male and female donkey across three replicates. Um, These tables show how often different behaviors such as standing, walking, grazing, playing, or social behavior occur. By repeating the observation three times, we reduce random error and improve reliability. The etograms allow us to record each behavior systematically so that the frequency and duration of each activity could be analyzed later. Next are focal sampling, which is also conducted for both animal across three replicates. This allows us to measure how long each donkey spend on each behavior, which is giving us information about time allocation and not just frequency. Next, I will be explaining on key findings, which is results for mean frequency, which is looking at the mean frequency of behavior. We see clear difference between males and females. For males, the highest mean frequency was standing, which is at 2.67. The next highest behaviors were walking and playing, both at 2.00. For females, the highest mean frequency was walking at 4.00, showing that females were more active. These were followed by grazing feeding at 1.67, and next, which is swinging a tail at 1.33, and PL, which is playing at 1.33. Uh, some behaviors, such as mutual grooming and sexual behavior, had the same mean frequency for both sexes. Next, some behavior were absent in one sex only. Males did not show running, grooming, or sniffing movement, while females did not show jumping, head interaction, or digging behavior. Next were discussion on mean frequency, which the high frequency of standing in males reflect their anti-predator and survival strategy. Standing allows donkey to remain alert while resting and to react quickly to danger. Studies show that donkeys spend most of their time standing rather than moving. Walking and other locomotor behavior are usually lower because donkeys are adapted to conserve energy, especially in harsh environment. Females, on the other hand, show a higher frequency of walking, which suggests more active movement, possibly related to foraging or social interaction. Next is the table for mean time spent of male and female behavior. Then we have mean time spent, which is the mean, and the graph. Next, we are going through key finding, which is result for mean time spent. When we look at time spent, similar patterns appear. So for the males, the highest time spent was on standing at 98.67, making it the most dominant behavior. So this behavior was followed by grazing at 82 point zero zero and playing at 39.33. So for female, the highest time spent was walking at 91 point three three, followed by grazing at 59.33 and standing at 45.33, and we have GB, which is 45.00. Next, both sexes spend similar amounts of time on mutual grooming and SG, which is swinging tails, indicating a similar social engagement. Next are the discussion of mean time spent, which is this result reflect donkey adaptation to their environment. Which donkey are adapted for energy conservation, which is especially in dry or resource limited habitat. Standing allow them to rest while staying alert. Meanwhile, walking is used mainly for foraging or work but is kept minimal to save energy. Previous studies show that captive or working donkeys standing makes up about 78% of their time, while walking is only 5 to 6%. In free-ranging donkeys, walking may increase for foraging, but standing still dominates. This pattern explains why males spend most of their time standing, while meanwhile females show more movement and walking in active way. So, in conclusion, this study shows that male and female donkeys display different behavioral patterns in captivity. Females show higher locomotor activity, especially walking, meanwhile, males show more resting and alert behavior, especially in standing. However, both sexes spend most of their time standing, which reflects the donkey's natural adaptation to remain alert and conserve energy. These findings help us better understand how donkeys behave in captivity and provide a useful foundation for improving their welfare and management. Thank you. That's all from me.